I'm an angel. See the wings?
When Aziz and I were first talking about the script, one of our big influences was Wings of Desire. Peter Falk is in Wings of Desire, so I thought it would be an interesting nod to have Keanu as Gabriel, as our angel, dressed as Columbo.
I love Keanu's trench coat. It's so hard to kind of come up with these things that kind of feel right for the characters.
I don't know if I specifically pictured him in a trench coat, but we're not operating on like everyone should look like how they look in real life. I feel like the second we saw Keanu with his kind of longer hair and that trench coat, it kind of answered the question, what can we do that sets him apart from the human characters, but also isn't so pushed that takes you out of the movie? I think it just clicked. When you see him walking around, you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. That he looks like a movie character.
You want to hit the pool? Pop on some trucks? You know what's crazy is the day before we were about to start shooting, there was a screening of Wings of Desire, and myself and our producer, Kelsey, we went to it, and afterwards we talked to Vim Wenders, the director. You know, Wings of Desire is probably the best angel movie. And I told him I was making my own angel movie. And he said, don't do any wings. Don't do any angel wings. That's my advice. And then he asked me, like, who's your angel? And I said, Keanu Reeves. And I think he just thought I was some kid. I think he thought I was like 12 years old and I was making a short film about an angel. And then I said, Keanu Reeves, and he was like, what? What's happening?
Do you see how my wings are kind of small?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah, they're on the tinier side. We always knew that it'd be fun to have Keanu have tiny wings. And for it to be something that I noticed right away, my character's like, why is this guy, why are his wings small?
The joke there is that Gabriel is in training and he is like trying to move himself up the ranks of being a more important angel.
Wait, you're telling me I have a budget guardian angel?
Kinda.
In the script, there was always an element that Gabriel had small wings, and I never really, like, in my mind, thought how they would look practically.
It was always a tricky problem because you don't want them to look kind of CGI-y and weird, but you also don't want to look like they're going to the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And our costume department, April and her team, our department, everybody kind of worked together to try to solve this problem.
Okay, now let's check the wingspan. I'm gonna do one fist there.
I feel like there could be a whole separate documentary made about the making of the wings in Good Fortune. You know, we just wanted to dial in how small they were. Did they move? Are they computer animated? Are they practical?
When we first met with Aziz, April and I got prototypes, and the wings are like a backing with straps and then the wings. Aziz wanted to have some movement. That's when we put him on a hinge. And then he was like, how about we have them mechanically move? So then props got involved and they made a prototype of the wings on a spring. So when he talked or anything, they would move up and down.
If Keanu is disappointed by something, they should have a little movement to them, right?
Oh no.
Then we decided we were gonna put goose feathers on it. The goose feathers are like really light, like soft and moved, and that was so much better.
Adding layers and layers of goose feathers on them was really great because even the wind affects the movement on that, so they aren't completely static.
You're good to go.
Thank you very much.
When Keanu first put on his wings at his fitting, he was really excited
Okay.
because the costume really puts them in the mood. You could see him light up.
I have to take your wings.
Oh man.
Turn around.
Martha, played by Sandra Oh, overseeing Gabriel, takes his wings away. And then he has to start being human.
What happens to me?
You live out this life as a human.
Angels only have one outfit. Angels can't taste food. Angels don't sleep.
What are the things, as your first time on the planet, not knowing what a strawberry tastes like, not knowing what sleep is, not knowing how to chew?
Jeff, could you imagine seeing strawberries for thousands of years but never actually knowing the sweet taste enclosed in those magical berries?
I can't imagine, and in all fairness, that's a chocolate milkshake.
So we decided that there was a childlike quality to him when he's birthed as a human, that he wears all t-shirts that are animal-based or plant-based or sweet cartoons or something that he would relate to as being his first time on the planet. And his trousers are linen because he would like the feel of fabrics. He would be aware of that kind of thing. And then as he gets more saddened by the reality of what the human condition is, his t-shirts become darker. And the very last scene when he's with Felipe, he's like in a dark black sweatshirt that has a wolf that we had made on it.
Whoa, look at Gabriel go. He's got some moves. He really got into cumbia.
When he goes cumbia dancing near the end, they go out for tacos, and he wears this beautiful vintage Hawaiian shirt too, which is such an explosion of color and such a beautiful piece. It's a vintage, I think 1950s J.C. Penney Hawaiian shirt.
I love dancing, I love tacos, I love Felipe, I love Jeff, and I love you.
It's such a celebration of him realizing, I love tacos, I love dancing. Like, there is a really extraordinary beauty to being a human and being on this planet.
My two favorite things since I've been a human are dancing and tacos.
I've been a human way longer. Still two of my favorites.
Mine too.